everybody, welcome back to my channel Heart Warriors Tarot. This is your weekend reading for Saturday the 5th and Sunday the 6th of October. The moon is in Scorpio on Saturday, and it will be, if you're in the United Kingdom, in Scorpio all of Sunday as well. It moves into Sagittarius just after Sunday, just after midnight that Sunday night. So this is going to be a slightly longer reading. I'm going to do 3 or more cards for Saturday, 3 or more cards for Sunday, and then I am going to go into more detail with all of that in the extended reading over on my Patreon page as well. But let's do the usual now. Take a deep breath in, focus your mind, center yourself, and have a think about which areas of your life you would like advice or guidance on. I'd like to thank Great Spirit, our angels and guides for being with us today and guiding this reading for the highest good of all. If you're new to my page, welcome. These readings are for everybody. They're for all star signs. They are for whoever resonates with them at any time. Even though I'm doing this reading for a particular day or dates, my readings can also be seen as timeless. They are about intuition and what is going on in your life at any time as to how you resonate with the reading. Okay, let's see what the universe would like to tell us for this coming weekend, 5th and 6th of October. Let's start with Saturday. Okay, oh, we've got 2 cards here. Okay, 6 of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, Justice. Very interesting. Let's start there. We're going to go into Saturday first, and I'm just going to take a card off the top here for the overall theme, the overarching energies coming into play on Saturday. The overarching energies is represented here by the 10 of Pentacles. So we have a sense of roots, family ties, of what we call our home, of what we call our family. We have a sense here of lineage, inheritance, perhaps money coming down the family line. It doesn't have to be big, it can be small, tiny things. But with the 6 of Pentacles here, there is a sense of perhaps receiving a gift or a bonus. There is a community feel here with the 6 of Pentacles, giving and receiving in equal parts within your community, but also specifically within your family line because of the 10 of Pentacles. There is a sense here with this Justice card that there is something owed to you, or you owe someone something. There is a sense here of having to balance the scales or rebalance the scales in some way or another. The Knight of Swords suggests that you may have had to fight for this reward or money or rebalancing to come your way. It's not been an easy gain. It's been something you've had to be assertive about, possibly even more forthright than you'd like to be. I don't want to use the word aggressive, but it might have felt like that to you. It might have felt like you actually have to be a little bit aggressive about it. Perhaps you've even had to go through the courts to get this thing sorted out for some of you, not all of you. But there is a sense of something coming your way or something leaving you and it rebalancing the scales, probably within your family or family line. On a day-to-day basis, if it's not this huge thing, then it's going to be something small. It could be just a little gift that someone's been meaning to give to you for a long time. Maybe something that belonged to one of your grandparents or great-grandparents. And let's just see what advice or guidance we might have for this particular situation coming into play on Saturday. The 2 of Swords. This has been a situation where you've really been trying to keep the peace, and the advice here with the 2 of Swords is to continue to keep the peace if you can, not to be overly aggressive or argumentative, but to try and sort things out in as gentle, balanced and peaceful a way as possible, even if you don't know if this reward or gift or rebalancing is coming your way, because you might not actually know that answer yet. There is a certain lack of clarity with this Two of Swords card. There is the sense of having to move forward without necessarily being able to see the outcome that clearly. Therefore, the advice and guidance is to keep the peace and continue on in as peaceful and reasonable way as possible. There's something here about contracts with these two cards together. So maybe for some of you who actually have gone through the courts, there is something there about paperwork, legal documents, contracts being finalized or having to go through that process of trying to bring it to some kind of conclusion throughout Saturday, the weekend, possibly even going into next week. Okay, let's turn over 3 cards for Sunday. We have the Two of Wands. The readings can merge. They can be about the same thing, or we can go into a different area for Sunday. Two of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. The first thing I will say is that with regards to what we were just talking about up here, this feels like it's been something that's been going on for a while, okay? And you may be feeling a little bit tired out because it's something you've had to put a lot of energy into. It's something that's kind of wiped you out physically and emotionally. I say mentally as well. It's like it's taken a lot out of you mentally, as if you've had to really think about the processes to rebalance these scales. So there is an overall sense of that. But on Sunday, it does feel like you have the opportunity to do something that is really nice for yourself, to step into something new, to be decisive about something and decide to go in a certain direction, maybe away from this for a while, or maybe it's a new direction you want to take to do with this. With the Queen of Swords, it does suggest that you may be doing this on your own. You may want to do something for yourself on your own on Sunday without involving other people at all. If you've been somebody who has had the family around you a lot over the past few weeks, you may be wanting time to yourself on Sunday. I think you're very much seen with this Queen of Swords card as somebody who is independent and does things your own way. And I know maybe is a little bit of a black sheep of the family, like you've kind of really just gone your own way with something or separated yourself from something or someone or some people. That could be coming up as a separate thing taking place on Sunday, or it could be part of this overarching 10 of Pentacles family feel here. Let me just see if there is another overarching theme for Sunday. Yeah, no, the 5 of Wands. There is frustration here, a sense of things having been argumentative, things having had a lot of friction with regards to this issue. So this is looking like an overarching theme on definitely on Saturday, but kind of like going into Sunday as well. And like I said, it's long standing. It's something that's taken place over a long period of time. So it may not necessarily be something that specifically happens on Saturday, but perhaps it's on your mind on Saturday. Perhaps money is on your mind. Perhaps the family kind of arguments and friction is on your mind on Saturday. And it's something that you have to think about in order to bring to a conclusion, make a decision on. Perhaps you have to look at the paperwork. Perhaps you have to look at the contracts and the legal documents, whatever it might entail. That's really what I'm feeling there. With the 9 of Wands, there is a sense of exhaustion. There is a sense of perhaps needing to try and find a way to take a bit of a breather. But this is a card about resilience. And really the message with this card is to keep going, because there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It is about keeping on no matter how tired you are to get to that finish line. This is the card of the wounded warrior, and you may very well feel like the wounded warrior where this particular situation is concerned, and like you don't want to kind of keep on going. You just want it over and done with. You want it to end, but there is really a sense here it hasn't quite ended yet, and you need to keep going. You need to keep going. You need to keep finding new beginnings and new doorways and making decisions on things and taking action on the outcome that you want, to see the outcome that you want. You kind of need to keep taking action and be communicative, okay? Open the lines of communication, even if you have to kind of do it over and over again. That's the feeling that I'm getting here, okay? There are things that you want to do with your future, things that you want to do that is in some ways reliant on finances being stable and steady, which may be one of the reasons why this is on your mind. And, you know, if you feel like you've got something owed to you or something coming your way, then that is perhaps on your mind, because I think there's a new horizon that you see for yourself and you want to go towards. But I think maybe practically you need the money to be able to do that. And therefore, this situation has come to the fore over this weekend. I think with the Queen of Swords here and the Justice card and the Two of Swords, it's showing up to me very strongly that there is definitely a legal side to this that needs to be looked at. And perhaps it's even something that has gone through the courts, the law courts in some way or another. There is something like paperwork, documents and things like that that need looking at. It's a process that has tired you out, that has exhausted you. Try not to let it get to you. Try to keep going and see the optimistic side of things, despite all the work that you need to do and what else comes down your way to do with this situation. I'm going to put down one more card here just for parting advice and guidance, and then we'll go into the extended. The Eight of Pentacles. Keep at it. Keep at it. You have a lot that you can earn through your skills that you have, through your work, through your employment. There is an opportunity to perhaps level up your education, you know, take some kind of course, or perhaps there is a new job opportunity coming your way, maybe to do with a slightly higher position or something that means you can earn a little bit more and make up the difference for what hasn't come your way so far. And for the moment, it feels like you're encouraged to do that because you cannot see the outcome necessarily of this situation. The outcome is going to be there. Everything has a conclusion at some point or another. But because you can't see the outcome, perhaps you don't know how to get to the outcome. It's very much a stalemate situation. The advice here is to look for ways within your work, career or employment in which you can level up a little bit and earn a little bit more money. Ideally without exhausting yourself. You don't want to exhaust yourself, but you do want to be able to apply your skills in as practical and useful a way as possible. And there is a suggestion here that maybe you're not using your skills to the best of their abilities, and if you are able to use your skills to the best of their abilities, you will automatically start to receive a little bit more money down that line, down that route. Okay, so there we go, guys. That is what the weekend is looking like. It's looking like this issue is something that is on your mind. It has come to the fore for some of you who are relating to this. If you're not relating to this reading so much, then there are elements of this reading that may be relevant to you throughout the weekend. Things like small gifts or bonuses coming through your family, members of your family, perhaps a little bit of friction that needs ironing out within your family, and just little things like that rather than the great big story. In the extended reading over on my Patreon page, I'm going to go into this situation this weekend in a little bit more detail. I may have a quick look as well at relationships and romance, career and finance, and health and spirituality, and just see how they show up for this weekend. And as usual, I'm going to be turning one or two rune stones as well to sort of complete the reading and to confirm anything we need confirming. The link to the extended video is in my description or in my bio. If I don't see you over on Patreon, have a fabulous weekend, everybody, and I shall see you next week for next week's reading.